this was coming. I told y'all.
Potential central bank digital currency. Is that about surveillance?
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. One day you don't have any money in your account. It can be a very dangerous thing.
Former President Trump is sounding the alarm on digital currency and other threats to American freedom in an exclusive interview with our own Maria Bartiromo tomorrow on Sunday Morning Futures. Here to react is the host of the Monica Crowley podcast, our friend Monica Crowley. Monica, so this past week my daughter flew to Bangkok with her husband, and they flew China Air. And when they were boarding, they said, those who paid with CBDC, Central Digital Bank Currency, get to board first. The kind of privileges you get if you were first class or if you had little children. There is a push going on. I think that's coming here. Help our viewers understand
that is very
why
serious.
This push towards CBDC that we see from the Democrat Party, that we see from the World
It's coming,
Economic
people.
Forum, and that Donald Trump is
gold and silver.
Dangerous.
Yeah, good morning, Rachel. This is exceedingly dangerous because central bank digital currencies are only about power and control for any government that is implementing them, like the Chinese government, because it is a critical cornerstone.
2024, what else could happen? What else could happen?
To a social credit.
Hey, they ain't seen nothing yet. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful Lekdakian that are out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, coming at you with just another update on kind of what's getting more back in the news, especially with this Neuralink that Elon Musk has implanted in humans. Now they're talking about CBDCs right behind that. What a coincidence, which we understand this is all according to prophecy and something that Esau does by slowly implementing something. It's called gradualism, slowly shifting instead of a sudden change, and people are going to get familiar with this idea. They're going to like having a CBDC and a Neuralink that is connected to their wallet, etc. Just like you can connect your phone to your bank account and you can tap to pay with your phone at checkout. There's not that much of a difference to these people in the world if they get a charagma inside of them and then they can use it like that, and then ultimately there's going to be something of a national emergency, world emergency that makes this thing mandatory. And that is when our temptation and those that are going to be tested really going to show. And this is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, Lord willing, things heat up even more to the point where that boiling in the frog finally boils over. And this is something else that is along the same lines, because I had seen this picture that I'm showing you first, and then I saw that video today actually, and so I wanted to do a lesson on it. But it says Donald Trump vows to never allow central bank digital currencies if he is elected, which he's just controlled opposition. He's just there, in a puppet seat, because presidents are selected and not elected. So, it's just there to cause division, just like Nero. But, speaking as a man, I truly believe that they may try to assassinate him, or something like that, if he is actually trying to go against the system, even though he appears like he is going fully against it, but he's a part of it, just to get the people that they're trying to influence, which are these patriots, to actually do something, which is why we had a situation going on in Texas as well, but to stay on point of the CBDCs, they're getting talked about more. Before you would get laughed at if people talked about, oh yeah, they never get, cash is king. The US dollar is never going to get changed because there's nothing better than it. Okay, well, people see how weak it is now in just a couple years ever since the C-19 happened. And that's just a couple years of devaluing, and look how the America is now. It's completely changed. So now a lot of people are seeing that, oh man, it's a possibility, and CBDCs like that lady was talking about, if you pay for it, you get certain amenities, which is something that they're going to use to sell it, just like Elon Musk is talking about being able to have blind people see and paraplegic people walk. So this is just another escalation to what the elders and apostles and the scriptures have say about the charagma. But this is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So anything that is coming out of this devil's mouth of what he's saying is good for you and a betterment for humanity, it's going to be wicked. He speaks with a forked tongue. This is verse 11. Though he humble himself, look, get a shaved face, a suit, talks nice words, and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Because once something rusts, especially starts to rust, there's nothing you can do about it unless you completely take all the rust away, which is impossible, damn near. Because especially for something that is prone to, rusting, like as iron rusteth. Because if you leave it out in the elements, it's gonna 100%, you can count on it's gonna rust. So you can 100% count on this evil man is gonna be wicked no matter how humble he tries to sell it. This is Psalm 55:20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. And that covenant is talking about the brotherly covenant, Esau, Jacob, of him just being a straight demon, and, the Lord's sword against the house of Jacob and 12 tribes. This is verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Going into his how he dealt with the Native Americans, how he dealt with all the tribes that he went and came across when he was coming over as the Spaniards, conquering the so-called unknown New World in 1492, when Hernandez Cortez first set eyes on Tenochtitlan, which is over there in Mexico. So you have to realize that, man, this devil has always had the same MO, and he's not going to change just because we live in so-called modern times. So again, this devil right here, is going to try to be against it, but he is not stopping prophecy, and Babylon is already divided. So if this is just going to be another play on what the elites want and based on what the so-called patriots and gung-ho, we have right constitutionalists are going to fight against, then this is going to be the next big thing, not to mention what's going on in the Middle East. Natural disasters. And if this devil does get back in the presidential seat, then, the elites are going to make things around the world go chaotic to make it look like he's a bad president and can't handle situations. Just like, they always have. They'll have a smear campaign and have the United States get even more chaotic just to have a face to blame. So, keep aware of this, and this is just another, update on the CBDC's prophecy, and really understanding that you cannot trust these devils no matter how well they're going to try to sell the CBDC and the Neuralink, the charagma, and everything else that he's going to try to deceive the masses with. But he's not going to get the elect. The 1/3 will be taken care of, receive mercy as well, but the 2/3 is going to die. And these heathens don't even have a chance. But with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. Till next time, Shalom.